Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, an insight. Episode 254. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnuhu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Devotees, in the previous episode, we were listening to the Leelas of Sri Sai Maharaj in granting progeny to Gangubai. Let's listen to the stories connected to this in detail now. We need to recall the vow taken by Shyama at Dwarakamai in the presence of Sri Sai Maharaj for the sake of Mrs. Gangubai, known as Mrs. Aurangabadkar. Shyama said, "Mother, in 12 months, if you don't get a baby as asserted by this god, then I will break a coconut on the head of this deva that resides in this masjid and chase him out of the masjid. If I fail to do this, then I shall not be called Madhavrao Deshpande anymore." This proclamation of Shyama gave immense happiness to Mrs. Gangubai because for almost 27 years she didn't have progeny. She has been waiting patiently for these many years, performing various pujas and rituals to have a baby. Gangubai was certain that if Sri Sai Baba would bless her, then she would be able to have a baby. She knew that every word pronounced by Sri Sai Maharaj would happen. This faith and devotion she got from listening to the glory of Sri Sai Maharaj from the Kirtans of Dashkanu Maharaj. Now, Sri Sai Baba blessed Gangubai and made Shyama give further assurances to her. This she considered as a twin blessing and was immensely happy. Let's now listen to the response of Sri Sai Baba in this regard as described in the OV by Hemat Panji. He asserted thus, "Shyama is my beloved child. Owing to his staunch and stubborn devotion, he speaks what he thinks. Still, fulfilling the words of the devotee becomes the prime duty of the saints, isn't it?" Listeners, fulfilling the wishes of the devotee is the most significant thing for the Lord. Despite that, Sri Sai Maharaj says it is indeed the responsibility of the saint to honor the words of his devotee. From this statement of Sri Sai Maharaj, we can understand that if any fervent devotee of Sri Sai Baba makes a promise to you, then Sri Sai Baba becomes accountable for it and works hard to fulfill that. Thus, this 163rd OV from chapter 36 has deeper connotations. Sri Sai Maharaj considers himself as the servitor of the servitor. If anyone disregards him, he doesn't care for that. But if someone disrespects his devotee, then that is not acceptable for him. This is one of the greatest traits of the Supreme Lord. The Lord is highly vigilant and protects his devotees from any kind of humiliation to befall on them. Subsequently, in the year 1911, a very charming and healthy boy baby was born to Mrs. Gangubai. Her happiness knew no limits. Her yearning was answered. She thoroughly enjoyed her motherhood. Previously, the atmosphere in her house was always stressful as Gangubai was dejected, for her prayers remained unanswered despite performing many pujas and fasting. Whereas now all the members in the family rejoiced at the arrival of the newborn baby. Shakaram was an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. Though he didn't accompany Gangubai for Sri Sai Baba's darshan, he firmly believed that the grace of Sri Sai Baba has given them the child. So he told Gangubai, "Let's take the baby to Shirdi and request Sri Sai Maharaj to christen the baby." Though the child was 5 months old, they didn't name the baby. The couple reached Shirdi and went to Dwarakamayi. Looking at the baby, Shama was extremely happy. He was sure that the words of Sri Sai Baba would not falsify. Otherwise, he would not have the guts to make such a vow. This is just one more testimony to the fact that Sri Sai Baba's assertions will come true. Gangubai was not only happy but also very thankful. During her previous visit, her face was sunk in sorrow, but now it's fresh like a flower that just blossomed. Shama was admiring the immense change in her life, which was possible only because of the grace of Sri Sai Baba. He wondered how many lives would have enjoyed this positive transformation because of Sri Sai Maharaj, and in Gangubai's case, he was also an instrument for her happiness. The blessed couple placed their baby in the holy hands of Sri Sai Maharaj. Sri Sai Baba was very joyful and excited. He told them to lay the baby on his lap and lovingly fondle the baby. Shakaram and Gangubai felt extremely happy at this sight. How fortunate the baby is to be laid on the lap of Sri Sai Baba. The parents couldn't believe their own eyes. Sri Sai Baba caressed the child and kept uttering the name Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna. Thus, the parents got the hint that in a subtle manner the child is christened as Ramakrishna by Sri Sai Baba. Shakaram was affluent and owned a jewelry shop. As a mark of gratitude for the greatest blessings showered upon them, he offered a huge sum of ₹500 as dakshina to Sri Sai Maharaj. Whereas Sri Sai Baba didn't accept it but returned to Shakaram and told him to keep the money. But Shakaram was intending to offer it to Sri Sai Baba. Shama wished to use this amount for a good cause. So he approached Sri Sai Maharaj and asked his permission to accept the offering on his behalf. Devotees, Sri Sai Baba, the great incarnation, didn't grant progeny to the couple expecting anything in return. He is always detached from worldly affairs, so told Shama, "Do whatever you want." Shakaram gave the dakshina to Shama and the couple returned home with their blessed baby. Shama handed over this money to Kaka Sahib Dikshit and told him to utilize it for activity connected to Sri Sai Baba. Accordingly, that money was utilized to build a shed for the horse Shamkarna. Shamkarna is the blessed horse that has earned the love for Sri Sai Baba. Though we have discussed in detail about Shamkarna, it is inevitable to recall about it at this point of time. The divine sport related to Shamkarna is like the one that was experienced by Gangubai. Hence, to use the dakshina money given by Shakaram for building a shed for Shamkarna seems to be very apt. Let's listen to that incredible Leela now. In this Leela, though explicit instructions were not given by Sri Sai Baba, flawless planning is made. Then, in a subtle manner, the directions are given. Subsequently, actions are performed and the work is executed in a very skillful manner. This trait of Sri Sai Maharaj is like that of Lord Krishna. The Lord would seem to be in his Yoga Nidra always, but the Lord declares that the universe functions at his will. Similarly, though Sri Sai Maharaj remains detached from temporal affairs, even a leaf cannot move without his will, then what of the actions in this universe? In the case of Gangubai, she beseeched Sri Sai Maharaj's grace for progeny and it was granted to her Similarly, a horse merchant named Kasim had many horses, but one of his horses didn't give foals. He was very worried because he can flourish in his business only by selling those foals. He beseeched Sri Sai Baba to bless his horse to have foals. Heart to heart, he vowed that if the horse will give babies, then he would offer the first one to Sri Sai Maharaj. Lo, by the mercy of Sri Sai Baba, it gave a foal. And Qasim has brought the foal and offered it to Sri Sai Baba. He stroked it lovingly and named it Shyam Karna. Shyam denotes black. Karna means ear. Devotees might wonder if the ears of the horse were black in color. Surprisingly, the whole body of the horse was brownish black in color. Then, what was the reason behind giving this name to the horse? Let's refer to a commentary in Srimad Bhagavatam that goes thus. To Lord Krishna, the Lord of Rain Varuna, offered 10,000 white horses. Out of those, just one horse had black ear, and that was considered as the Lord's favorite horse. Therefore, the above Leela is getting connections from Bhagavatam and underscores the fact that Sri Sai Maharaj is an incarnation of Lord Krishna. This baby horse had good merits in its store and so had the greatest opportunity to serve Sri Sai Baba. It's again the will of Sri Sai Maharaj that this horse must be in his abode and serve him. Thus, it began to serve Sri Sai Baba. The shed made for this horse is adjacent to Dwarakamai. The back wall of this shed becomes one of the walls of Sabha Mandap. This room is known as Shyam Sundar Hall. It is adjacent to the Holy Dhuni and presently used for storing wood. Prior to the construction of the shed, that space was used for operating the school. Shyama was the only school teacher and so he also stayed in this room. This room was a hut with a small window, and through the openings in the window, he could see the dilapidated masjid that had no roof but just a small mud wall. This was the initial year of Sri Sai Baba's arrival to Shirdi, and not many had known about him, so there was not much crowd. Shirdi in those days had no stone buildings. It was a hamlet with few huts made of mud. At night, while Shyama was fast asleep in the school, he would wake up suddenly, hearing some conversations happening in various languages by many people at the same time. It would sound as though a meeting was held by a committee of members. During the conversation, he could also hear Sri Sai Baba's voice. Shyama was astonished to hear Sri Sai Maharaj responding in multiple languages, including English as articulated by Englishmen. He couldn't understand the discussion as it was spoken in many languages, and Shyama knew only Marathi language. When he peeked through the window, he could only see the light of the clay lamp in Dwarakamai. Shyama can only hear but not see the people belonging to those voices. Hence, Shyama got scared as he couldn't contemplate what was happening there. Therefore, Shyama was blessed to watch many supernatural powers that were exhibited by Sri Sai Maharaj during night, which was unknown to others. This is another testimony to the fact that Sri Sai Maharaj is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Sri Sai Baba is considered as the incarnation of Lord Hanuman, who is a great scholar and known as Navavrikrada Pandit. There is no language unfamiliar to him. Thus, Shyama, by the grace of Sri Sai, heard the Lord converse in multiple languages with people of different nationalities. Shyama realized the godliness of Sri Sai Baba, then began to closely associate with Sri Sai Maharaj. Until then, he didn't have any great opinion about Sri Sai Baba, because Sri Sai Maharaj declared himself as a mad fakir, and Shyama also had the same notion about Sri Sai Baba. Until people experienced Sri Sai Maharaj's divinity, they had a different perception about him. As Shama had witnessed the mystic powers of Sri Sai Baba, he had unswerving faith and devotion upon him. This realization dawned on Shama in the room which later became a shed for the horse Shyam Sundar or Shyam Karna and now known as Shyam Sundar Hall. So, the dakshina of rupees 500 given by Shakaram was used to build a room out of stone and lay the roof that can be used as a shed for the horse Shyam Karna. These Leelas glorify the supreme powers of Sri Sai Baba. His grace has not only blessed humans with progeny but also animals. Following this, other blessings were showered upon Mrs. Gangabai, known as Aurangabadkar, can be heeded in the following episode. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.